Hello, good evening. It's Wednesday, 8 p.m. and again me, Gabriel, co-founder of twogaijin.com is with you. So, let me give you a brief introduction and we'll go to the main topic of today. So, twogaijin.com is a second-hand item trade platform for foreigners living in Japan. If you have anything to buy, if you want to buy anything or sell anything, or you want to give away something, that's the place that you can share your items, get them sold or get them taken. Even today, we helped one person who was in a hurry until Friday. She needed to get her stuff to be taken away because she's moving out of Japan, and all was gone within hours, 2 or 3 hours. Everything was taken. So we are the place where you can get your help. So tonight I want to share with you about some experiences working or job searching in Japan, because in order to work you have to first find a job. So from this January I'm searching for a job, full-time job in Japan, because I couldn't do my research because of COVID-19, and right now I'm trying to find a job. And I started talking with my friends who are also searching for a job, and I have several experiences of the students from Hokkaido University who are trying to find a job. Some of them are successful, some of them not successful. So if you have graduated in March and you are in a job search period right now, or you are going to graduate in September, this is the best timing for you, because you have to get prepared before you graduate. I assume you are also getting ready for the defense, but in part of your mind, you should think about the job search if you are planning to stay in Japan. And if you already graduated and you are searching the job in Japan and not successful yet, hopefully my experience and my knowledge that I got through this several years and several last months' intensive work search could help you as well. So first of all, when I came to Japan, I already knew Japanese. So that's why everyone was telling me that, oh, you don't need to worry, you'll find a job pretty easily than anyone else because your Japanese is so good, right? So that's not the case. I have a kind of a bad news or good news. Bad news for those who know Japanese, and maybe good news for those who don't know Japanese that much. Because from my experience, I find out that knowing your local language, Japanese, is not that much a big deal when it comes to the job search, because Japanese companies, beside with someone who can speak Japanese, are searching for someone who has experience. And I felt it so much in the last 4 or 5 months, because it's not only me, even my friends who are applying for the job, I find out that the people who have some IT skills, it's so easy for them to find a job. So if you're in IT industry, you are a software developer or you're some kind of IT engineer, I would say you don't need to worry that much. And your language skills doesn't matter that much until you can code or work in a hardware industry. So it's a good news for those people who were worrying that they are not going to find a job. In Japan, software skills sells. And because in Japan there's not many IT developers, and most of the IT companies are outsourcing IT jobs like to Vietnam, Philippines, or Singapore. So if they find software developers inside Japan, they are more than happy to get you, and your language skill doesn't matter that much. When it comes to other areas, then that's the interesting point. I have some friends who got their jobs thanks to their research, because they were doing some kind of research as a joint with a company, and then company told them at the Hokkaido University, and the company told them, why don't you work with us? Because you're already familiar with the area that we do, and we will be really happy to work with you, because up until now we didn't have any issue, and we are having some open vacancy that we are offering to you. So that could be another choice that help. So in my case, the topic of the video is horror. The reason for the horror is because as a person who knows Japanese, I was really thinking that it will be so easy to find a job. And any job that I apply, they start searching for the experience that I have in that area. even though I have teaching experience, even I have experience in marketing and management, even I have experience in IT industry, I wouldn't say software development, but some kind of knowledge about how to develop a website, project management kind of stuff, it doesn't help that much because you're having trouble not having specific knowledge. And people, especially Japanese companies, the people who are searching for the employees, they are not searching just like a foreigner who can speak Japanese, because all of the Japanese can speak Japanese anyway, right? So they are searching for the people who can, besides Japanese, have experience in the area that they are searching for. And when you have like pink dreams about finding a job because you know Japanese really good, doesn't happen. And it becomes, after a while, like not ending interviews where every interview feels like, oh, this is blessing. They are smiling. They are giving good signs. Even one interview, what I did, at the end of the interview, the guy was like, oh, I think you'll pass to the next interview. No need to wait. I was like, oh, damn, it's so fast. But it isn't. In the next one, everything was still good. And after 1 week, I got the email of rejection. So get ready for this kind of cases. So that's why when you are feeling, oh, this is so good, it's going so well, they're smiling, I'm answering their questions, and I'm not kind of getting blank face when they're asking me a question, I have experience that they're needing, and after that, you still got rejected, that should tell you that this thing is becoming a horror, because you're searching for something, you're getting positive signs, but everything is like in a horror movie. Suddenly, it's opposite of what you expect. So that's why if you're searching for a job, don't think that only Japanese rules. You have to know your area as well. And if you have specific knowledge in a specific area, like if you're a doctor or if you're an engineer, if you're an IT developer, I would say you have as much as chance as a person who knows already Japanese. So why to bother about that, right? So tonight I wanted to share with you about topics related to knowing Japanese. So some people think if you know Japanese, it's already easy to find a job. It's not. Another one was good impression. Even during the interviews, you get a positive vibe. They smile at you. You are giving good response to their questions. It doesn't guarantee that you'll pass to the next interview. And in Japan, interviews are at least 3. Because one was the initial one, it's a really basic one, and if you pass that one, you go to the middle manager level, then they interview you, and then when you pass that one, you have the last one when you are getting interviewed by the top of your division, and if they agree, then they sign the contract with you. So that's why it's becoming a bit more step-by-step process, and it takes some time. That's the next topic that I wanted to talk with you. Even though I started from February, end of the January, my job search process, and it's almost like 5 months, I didn't get any results. It's a sign that you should have enough time to stay in Japan and search for a job. So that's why even like Japanese people, when they are applying for a job in Japan, bachelor students start from the 3rd year. Master students start from the beginning of 2nd year. PhD students, they already start at the beginning of last year when they are planning to graduate. So in your case, if you are planning to stay in Japan and find a job, it's better to start as soon as possible. And what I mean by start is, first of all, there's one process which is Shinryu Sotsugyou Sei no Shusho Katsudo, which means a new graduate job search process. Starts from the March and almost ends around August. And during like 6 months, they decide if you can get a job in the company in one of them or not. And if you weren't unsuccessful, you go to the next phase and next year apply the same. So in your case, get at least 1 year ahead of the competition. Start as soon as possible your job search. And if you are going to graduate in September, now it's a very good time to start for that, because you'll have enough time to search for the companies and then apply to them. and you should consider at least applying around 200 or 300 of them. I already applied more than 150, I think, even maybe more, and most of them are rejected. I passed 3 or 4 interviews, and then I got rejected after the interviews. So you have to consider that you need to have enough amount of time in your hand when you're searching for a job. Thinking that we don't have visa, I mean, like, we have visa period, so we are not here as a citizen in Japan, so you have limited time with your visa as well, so it's making you getting more stressed. It's better to start your job search as soon as possible. And I kind of understood it maybe a bit late, even though I started really earlier, I think, in my case, because I was thinking from January to July I should find something, because I already know Japanese, I have some working experience in Japan, I have some doing startup projects here in Japan, so, and my area is economics, business administration, so I should get some good offers in the next 3 or 4 months. And then March is on the head, that's the period when their companies are searching for the people, so it's a really perfect time, I was thinking, for me to find a job, and I shouldn't have that much hustle. But the expectation didn't match, so I would suggest start your job search as soon as possible. And if you think now it's a beginning of summer kind of in Sapporo, even though it's still cold, I would say it's a good time to start your search and then start applying to the companies as much as possible. Then when it comes to the application, of course you need a CV, which is Kereksho. So you need to write down your all the experiences of working in or studying or doing any kind of activity here in Japan or back in your country related to the job that you are searching for. And I would say, at least in your hand, get 2 or 3 versions of your Kereksho, because I'm sure you are applying for several kind of jobs. And if you're applying for several kind of jobs with the same application, with the same CV, there's high possibility that you will fail, because the companies are searching for people who will match with their demand. And if you are sending one generic CV to everyone, of course you are going to match some of them and you are going not to match most of them. So that's why it's better to have some adjusted CV, different kind of versions. So when you're applying for a job, use that. If you don't know how to write Japanese way of a CV, because Japanese way is a bit more different than international way or the way that you know in our countries, we have someone who can support you with that. We have already posted about the person last year and around, I think, September. So if you are still interested, you can contact with us and we can help you to contact with the person and then get your CV written by a professional who is guaranteeing you that as soon as you get your CV done, you'll get job offers. So I think it is for tonight my main points that I wanted to tell. These several days I'm trying to cover different topics than secondhand items. Right now we have a lot of items in the room. We have posted on our Facebook group, we have posted on our website. There are a lot of items. They all are for sale. Some of them are getting sold out. So if you need anything in the website or in the Facebook group that you see, get them as soon as possible, because they'll finish soon. I try to cover the topics that are not really secondhand items related, because I think there are several pain points that knowledge that I have could help you. Hopefully you'll get some lessons from all this stuff that I'm telling from like last year, October. It's almost like 9 months or maybe more. So hope it was helpful. If you want to ask any questions, don't hesitate. Ask under this video. I can respond to that, or you can ask us in the group. I'm the admin of the Two Gaijin Trade and Free group in Facebook, and also you can ask in the page as well if you have any questions you want to ask, or if you want me to talk about the topics that you are interested but you haven't found any information about that. I can also make some videos about. So this is for tonight. Thank you for listening, guys. We are getting more items on the way. We have uploaded some of them. Some of them are in the storage room, getting inventory numbers and putting on the website soon, hopefully. So we are offering different kind of stuff, and if you need any of them, you can contact with us. Some of them are bulky, so we can help you with carrying them along to your place as well. And if you need anything to be sold and you don't want to be on the front and you want someone to do it for you, you can also ask us and we can do it for you. So Gaijin is here to help you with the problems that you're facing here in Japan. Hopefully we are helping you to make your life easier. Thank you for listening and see you next week. See you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.